So today is October 11th of 2021. Today happens to be National Coming Out Day, and I've been out of the closet as an out and proud pansexual since October 11th of 2011. So literally 10 years ago. So I've made it a good 10 years of just living my truth. And it's actually kind of a weird story how I ended up coming out all those years ago. It's a bit of a rambling too. Suffice it to say, it did take years worth of trauma, emotional trauma, turmoil in my life, even a crisis of faith to get me to realize that there was more to me than I had realized. I didn't really like admitting it at the time. I'd always felt queer. I've always been attracted to fellow souls. I was not only both the opposite and the same with my gender, but everything in between and outside the binary. What is the binary? I don't believe in the binary. Fuck the binary. Just, you know. I was a bit hesitant though to identify as bisexual though. It's just, I don't know. It didn't really feel like it completely fit who I was, just identity-wise. The period between middle school and high school was cathartic, life-changing, just a lot of awareness, just a lot of learning about my surroundings that blew my mind, for lack of a better expression. Now, during my middle school years, I did go to Catholic school. We were taught to save you basically from like a preachy explanation. We were taught things about right and wrong, what to do, what not to do, basically how to live your life by the book. What was sin, what was not sin. Well, I barely graduated Catholic school. I did have some homophobic-like views when I was a preteen. Looking back at it, not only does it make me fucking cringe, but I am absolutely not proud of it looking back. Then came my high school years, you know, like I was in the public school system once again. I had gotten more awareness during my high school years of the LGBT community and just how opposite it was compared to when, you know, what my years in Catholic school has taught me, you know. Basically was surrounded and I learned a lot more about the things and cultures around me, just lots of things that pretty much veered away from what I was taught back in Catholic school. It was a bit of an awakening of sorts, and I'm gonna save you like a rambling there, to be honest. Looking back at it, it really did challenge what I was taught, both spiritually and sexually, to be honest. That's a whole can of worms within itself. Sometime around 2010 to 2011, I found out the existence of the term pansexual through a stupid little website called Tumblr. I should have known better about that site, and what awaited me from there. Little did what I have known that this was it. This was what I had felt resonated with me for so long, but never found the word for it. Now, of course, the term pansexual is, according to Google right over here, is non-limited in sexual choice in regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity. Of course, people like to couple it with bisexual, as they do have similar terms, but they've always been different, and quite frankly, I'm kind of tired having to explain and debate people about it. But yes, I'm not going to pussyfoot here. A label is a label, and no, I'm not going to use this time to mark out the differences of being pansexual or being bisexual. And I'm sick of hearing the It's not real debate, so please don't bother persuading me otherwise. It's just, don't waste your breath, just don't waste your energy. I'm not gonna do that with you. I slowly came out to my friends, and they were almost immediately as accepting. It went just as well as I'd expect the moment that I came out to my folks, but I'll save you all the explanation for that, because that's a whole other story within itself. Now, I express no shame in admitting that I feel attraction towards human beings, regardless of what parts, gender, what skin, and what body they were born with. I mean, if you're not an absolute twat, waffle, little gobshite of a fuckwad, of course, that's neither here nor there. I felt like this for all of my life, but once again, never had I been able to express it prior, out of fear and misunderstanding or even scrutiny. No one should ever hide from their truths. There's a whole universe out there to see, and in spite of how ugly, sad, and negative, and full of all that is absolutely fucked up there is, there's still plenty all around you that will love and absolutely accept you for who you are meant to be. They're out there. Don't hide from who you truly are. Love knows no boundaries, and, you know, never have I been happy and proud this far off into my journey, rife with trials and tribulations and all that jazz. And I have very good faith in my heart that perhaps it'll only get better from here. I've said it before, I will say it once more for all my naysayers. My sexuality is neither a gag, nor is it a kink, or a fad. I unapologetically choose to express attraction to, or who I want to give my heart to. My name is Riley, or Joshua, take your pick, or how you whatever you identify me as. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a storyteller. I'm an optimist. I'm a weirdo. And I am a proud and out pansexual, full of love and absolutely lots to offer and more. Happy National Coming Out Day, wherever you are. Peace, love, and positive vibes always. Now, during my middle school years, I did go to Catholic school. We were taught to save you basically from like a preachy explanation. We were taught things about right and wrong, what to do, what not to do, basically how to live your life by the book, what was sin, what was not sin. I left Catholic school. I barely graduated high school. I barely graduated Catholic school with the notion that, being gay or just having anything close to, like gay views or anything was sinful, or we would burn in hell and all that crap. Yes, I did have homophobic views as a preteen. Looking back at it, not only does it make me fucking cringe, but it's something that I am absolutely not proud of looking back at it. I felt absolute shame. Enter high school, I become aware of so many things I was pretty much sheltered from. I was pretty much a sheltered teenager for most of my life before 18. I started to have my views kind of challenged, both spiritually and sexually. I have more awareness about the LGBT community, which a shocking surprise. They're not exactly the description I was given back in Catholic school. And I started out my attractions challenge, and I started to grow up, and just, oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a whole fucking can of worms within itself. But yeah, I started to have attractions not only for the opposite sex, but also the same sex, to be honest. I was still very much afraid of showing my true feelings, and it felt, looking back at it, felt like I was, I wanted to hide behind a mask, even though I had these attractions for so long, but there wasn't an actual term to, describe them, to be honest. And little did I know that there was an actual word or a term for it. Just a lot of cringe-worthy years, to be honest.